Hi guys, this is Otilia from Slovak Homemade Cakes, and today I want to show you one of the techniques we use in Slovakia to decorate Easter eggs. And this is the one that's, I don't know, I wouldn't say traditional, but the one that I remember the most from growing up. This is what my mom would do every year. And I tried a couple times and never worked really well, but I think this year I found out a few tips and tricks, and I tried one egg and it looks like I can make it work. So I want to show you how we do it. So we're going to use some crayons and we're going to melt them and we will draw on the egg. So this is my practice egg. I didn't blow this one out. I just used the raw egg to kind of try a few strokes. Melted some wax and kind of experimented with what works, what doesn't. You see these ones are light ones. I kind of combined a wax from candle with a crayon. This was really light one. And then I just tried the straight crayon, the green one, and it worked really well. So I'm gonna go with the straight crayon. I'm not gonna cut it with any candle wax or beeswax this time. And you see, I was just like trying to learn how to do the strokes a little bit. So it's not gonna be perfect. This is gonna be like my second egg that I'm gonna try today, but I think it's gonna work in some way. So let's see how we're gonna melt the crayons. I have a few broken pieces of crayon. I'm gonna go with blue, red, and I already have green that I used the other day. So this is really cute little trick. Back at home, my mom would make all kinds of little, contraption to melt the wax. She would use, and people still do, they used bottle caps from, like, let's say vodka or any other liquor. So little tiny bottle caps that are metal. And then they would wrap the wire around it and they would suspend it above the candle. Now that seems like too much work, plus I don't have that many caps laying around. So, somebody reminded me of this trick and I saw it before and it works really good. You take a can, Pepsi, beer, whatever you have. Cut the bottom off. Now be very careful. These edges are just so sharp and you can see they're not straight. So be very careful. Please don't cut yourself. Plus, this gets very, very hot, so try not to touch it. And all you need is cut the little kind of window so candle has enough air to burn. And you can see they all look different because it's really hard to cut them the same way, but it's gonna work. So I'm going to light the candle, put it underneath, and because it's a thin aluminum, it heats up like crazy. It heats up really fast. This is what we're gonna do. I'll do another one. And I'm gonna go different color in this one. Let's go with the red. And I'll just put in a little bit. So you can see I'll touch this over. I just told you not to touch it and I touched it myself. Yeah, they're hot already. Okay, so these are melting. Now let's see what kind of tool we need. All we need is a pin. A regular pin you use for, pinning your clothes or fabric when you're sewing. So this is what I did. I took a mechanical pencil and I pushed the pin inside, okay? So you push it inside and then you push pin in and push it inside hard. You can go up and down like this. So I do about this distance. Okay? If you don't have mechanical pencil, you can take regular pencil and just stick it in the eraser part. And many people are able to stick it right inside like a colored pencil in the wooden part, but I tried today and it was really hard and I couldn't stick it deep enough. So this might work. Okay. So let's see again. This is my practice egg. And this one is raw. Now, in some countries, such as Ukraine, when they make their Easter pisanki, they just use raw eggs. And they actually do dry out eventually. I've been making them for 3 or 4 years. So I have some really, really old eggs sitting around, and they do dry out inside. Some of them actually burst, and the stink is really, really bad. But many of them dried out and they're perfectly fine. So if you don't feel like blowing out egg, you can use the raw egg and then just place it in some really good ventilated place. Do not put it inside like your china cabinet. It needs some air to circulate around it so it can dry out. But I do have some blown out egg, so I'm gonna use this one. So you see, you need to tap a little hole on this side, a little hole on this side, stick something sharp in there to kind of scramble the insides, and either blow it out or like push it out with some bottle or something. So I'll try to show you some techniques later on, but right now we are going to decorate. All right, so the candles are kind of melted. Look at this. Melted pretty quickly. I mean, not even a minute, I would say. All right, so I also went online and printed out some inspirations because my imagination is not that great, so I can't just come up with some design on top of my head. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be this pretty. So I'm just going to follow some of these just to get a little inspired and see what I'm going to come up with. Alright, so let's see if the wax is hot enough. It needs to be hot, otherwise it won't stick. So I'm gonna use my practice egg. Alright, doesn't look too hot yet. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. See, this thing is really wobbly. And you also want your pan to be really hot, so you can push it down against the can so it warms up. So let's see if it's warm enough. We'll try with a dot. Okay. Now remember, you can only do one move and then you have to dip back. So like this. And dip. And dip. Oh, I went too far. So this is what we're gonna do. And so this one's not bad. Now I'm going to wipe this and try the red one. How is red doing? Okay, looks good too. Now let's see what we're gonna try with the red one. Let's try these ones. Okay, so you see this is the strokes you're making. Oh. Alright, you start on top and you go down. Top will be thick, on the bottom is going to be really thin. Now if you made a mistake, like let's say I made a mistake around here, I don't like this one or this one, you need something sharp once it dries off, and you just scrape it right off. Isn't that awesome? And you can fix it. So I'm going to try this other tool. Now I have two, so it's perfect. I can have one for each color. Okay. This one might need to get warmed up. Alright. So now we just have to come up with some design that we want to make. So this is just my practice egg. As I said, it's a raw egg. I can practice on it all I want, and then I don't have to feel bad about throwing it away. Alright, here is my real one. And I'm gonna start with, maybe I'll go all the way around. Maybe I'll start from the middle. Let me do one more color. I'll go with the blue. See how that blue is gonna look. And a little piece of blue, and I'll put it right there. Alright, so I'm gonna start with doing the dot in the middle. And just do red one. Red dot right in the middle. Okay. And now I'm going to do 6 dots around it. And what color? What's the green? Alright, we'll do more than 6. Always remember to dip. Oh, it's the red. I might look red a little more there. I'll just do lines like this. Now remember, I'm just learning, so my technique is pretty bad, but at least I'm trying, right? And also, if I can do it, that means anybody can do it. And there really is no wrong way to do things, you know, you're just trying, doing something new. I'm going to make this a little bigger. Alright. Not too horrible, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to try the green one. Let me see how I want to do it. Right, so I'll try one. And again, this is my practice act, so I'll try my strokes. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's what I want to do. I opened the window because the fumes are getting a little strong here, so you can hear the noise from the outside. Right. Yeah. I'm not too happy with that one. So I'm gonna let that one to cool down and I can scrape it off. I'll try on the bottom one. So I was aiming to have it kind of in the middle, on top of it. So like this. Okay, not too horrible. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I should make them a little bigger. Oh, maybe too close. Right, so let me scrape off the ones I didn't like. Didn't like this one. A little knife would work really good on this too. can try there again. I'll scrape this one off too. Yeah, not too bad. Let's try again. Alright, well, this is not too horrible. Alright, and I'll continue with some kind of design until I'm all done, and then I'll go kind of all the way around and do a little pattern there too. So I finally got the third color to work. I'm going with orange, and I think the problem was actually that the flame wasn't hot enough. Right now the can is super hot, so I had like an old candle with a short wick, and I guess I wasn't strong enough for that can. So I put the new candle in there. I gave it a couple minutes, and it looks like it's going to work now. I'm just continuing filling in the gaps. Again, no wrong way to do it. Whatever you like. And just do that. I think that one I'm going to scratch off. Okay, and now I'm going on top, so I'll do 1, 2, 3. Little strokes, let me see. Yeah, that's what I'll do. 1, 2, and 1 on top. 3? Yeah. Maybe. Alright, so let's see which one. I want to scrape off this one, and I'm going with a little knife right now. Came right out. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, a little better. Alright, so one little crazy there. I might scratch this one off too because it crossed. I'll do one more. Alright, and I'll just continue. So I'm continuing with the design, and let me show you what I did. So I did little dots, you see in the middle here, and then this area seems kind of empty, so I did 3 red dots, and right here my last one. It's really hot. I'm pushing the pin against the can to get hot. And 1 dot, 2, 3. Alright, so I got my dots, and now I'm going around the egg. So So I'm just doing a very simple design, and I tried here with the green how it's gonna look, and I'm quite happy with it. So all you do is like this. Let's see. We'll try here. Nope, not hot enough. Like this, and I'm going to scrape this one off. This is all I do. Doesn't have to be perfect, but remember, always dip. And if you don't like something, you just scrape it off. Right, and now I'm going to fill in between the green one. And this one seems a little more tighter than this one. And I scrape the top ones. Not much room there. Maybe I got too tight with these red ones, and I can't fit the green in. Okay. So this is how we're looking so far. Let's see how this is gonna look if I just leave it the way it is. This gives me a little more room to fill in between, so maybe I'll just leave it as it is. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, next time I need to plan a little better with the gaps. Okay. Need red one to finish. It's going to stick there. Alright, not too horrible for my first real egg. I went a little off on this side, probably come down this way, but thing looks pretty good. So I'm just going to finish the other side. Don't have as much room in here, so definitely need to plan a little better, but overall I like it. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will give it a try. It's really not that complicated. You have all the supplies at home, probably. All you need is your candles, some cans, pen, pencil, and crayons, and some egg. And again, if you don't feel like blowing up egg, you can just use the raw one, just like this one. Let it sit out for a few months and it should dry out on the inside. Or you can use the one that's already blown out, and this one will last you for a long time if you store it carefully. I hope you like this Slovak Easter decorating, and I'll share more as I make them. I have big plans for the weekend, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, thanks for watching.